Nathan, welcome to Kentucky. We are in thoroughbred country, and behind us is the what?
It's the brand new Chrysler 200.
And as you recall, the old one was, well, a little bit rough around the edges.
Yeah, it was like rental car ready.
So the question is a new one, well, like a Southern gentleman?
Is it smooth like proper whiskey?
And that is coming up next
on the Fast Lane Car.
So Chrysler flew us down here to test drive the brand new 200, and I have to tell you, I think style-wise, it's a little bit subtle, it's a little bit subdued. I think it looks like a grown-up Dart, which may or may not be a bad thing. However, from my point of view, I think they need to pop a little bit more.
And yeah, it's a little bit on the simple side, but people want understated when they're getting a car like this anyway. I mean, they don't want big spoilers, they don't want bubbly hoods, they don't want any of that crap. What they want is something that's subtle, that's complete, and that, you know, kind of speaks to people out there who just want something that's smooth. And I think it covers all that. The only issue I have are these gorgeous wheels, which frankly are identical to the ones that are on the Buick Regal GS. Otherwise, fantastic looks.
This is front wheel drive. You can get this in all wheel drive, which would add another almost $2,000, but we're at, as tested, $34,415.
You get a lot of car for that money.
You do get a lot of car. We have a 6-cylinder Pentastar.
Yep. 295 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque.
See, horsepower.
Horsepower, for crying out loud. This is one of the best engines in its class in terms of horsepower, and on top of that, we're talking about a 9-speed automatic transmission that it's hooked up to.
And the coolest thing, I suppose, the big news here is the 9-speed automatic transmission.
Which is standard across the board.
Yeah, and this is, I think, only the third application. The very first one was a Cherokee.
Yeah.
The second one was the Range Rover Evoque.
Yep.
And so this is the first one actually in a passenger car, not a crossover.
Yeah, and bear in mind that the underpinnings of this vehicle are similar, in some cases the same, as the Dart and the Jeep Cherokee. So the 9-speed automatic transmission's already been put into that type of platform, and hence it's in this one. You know what's really weird? I wasn't expecting this engine to sound so throaty, but it actually does sound pretty good. It's kind of beefy.
So how does it drive?
Really nice, actually. It's interesting. It's not what I expected. You know, the joke is, okay, it's going to be like an expensive Dart or something like that. No, it's a different vehicle. Very quiet. Very quiet.
Very quiet.
But you still feel the ground at the same time. Very, very compliant ride. Good power off the line with the V6. The handling's good. It's not a sports car. It sort of tells you, you know, I'm really not up for being thrown around a corner too hard.
Yeah, if you want the sports car, there is a 200S, which is the sporty version of it, which is also available in all-wheel drive. This, of course, is more of the upper-end luxury car.
Surprise, surprise, the back seat is about the same amount of room as a Dodge Dart. But once you get over the fact that your head is cut off right here, if you're leaning back, it's not too terribly bad. There is enough headroom for me, just enough. And I am sitting behind where I'd be driving from. So there's a little bit of a scalloped back seat here so I can fit. It's not too terribly bad, and I am able to get my large feet underneath the front seat.
It ain't no Passat, man.
It's no Passat. But you know what? The seats are comfortable, and there's just about enough room for 3 average-sized adults across in the back.
The interior, Nathan, absolutely gorgeous.
They did an awesome job. There's wood, real wood, that they used on this, and not only is it there for good looks, but it's actually functional. It actually holds the IP and some other components in there. So they've integrated a beautifully molded wood here, and I think it's fantastic. All the materials in here feel premium, high-end. Everything you touch feels great.
And it should. It starts at $25,000. This model.
This model.
You can get the base model at 22.
No, 21.
Well, in destination.
21.7. Yeah.
So.
This is a massive trunk, and it's not just the fact that it's wide and easy to load, because the load, it's pretty low. It's deep, very, very deep. Yes, I can fit back there. No, I'm not going to get back there because I'm covered in mud from these lovely horses, and I don't want to track it all inside there. But good trunk, nice looking tush. This is very competitive with vehicles that are more expensive than it, but at the same time, it competes with vehicles like, like what, the Hyundai Sonata?
Yeah, of course, the segment leaders are the Accord, the Fusion, the Sonata, the Altima.
Yep.
These are a lot of cars in this segment. This is a hugely popular segment. So when you enter this segment, you have to bring it on, and the old 200, let's face it, didn't.
No, it really. What they did was they stretched out the life of the Sebring for a couple extra years so they could create this car. The Sebring, I thought, was one of the worst cars Chrysler made, and they managed to make it into a better car, with just hard work. And now they have a car which physically is a completely different model than the one it replaces, and at the same time, it's the same audience. This is for, they say it's for, they want to get younger people, but come on. This is for slightly older people who...
Especially this version of it. You know what this is? This is a car for people who really want all the amenities and the nice driving of a entry-level Lexus, but can't afford it. And this is what you get instead. And you know what? This is not a sacrifice. No, there's a real sense of quality in this car, right? It feels like it's made out of one piece. It feels like they spent a lot of time, and they did, and money, of course, developing it. $1 billion they invested in the factory here in America to build this car.
That's right.
That's some big bucks, man.
All right, and I'm just gonna give it just a little tiny bit of torque up to about 1100 RPM and go. Whoa. Not bad. Okay. There was some wheel spin. So 6.94. Pretty around here, by the way. I've never been to Kentucky before. Almost all of the trips I go on, I've been to these states and cities before. So this is actually kind of new for me, and I'm very excited because so far Kentucky's got 3 things I really like. It's good looking. They make baseball bats. There's some good looking women around here. Oh yeah, and the food's good, so that's 4 things. They put some serious money into this car. Yeah, there are some Italian bones in here, but now Fiat and Chrysler, really, it's just they're working together. So just get used to that.
Yeah, this fix it again Tony thing is getting old now. So move on, folks. Move on, please. Let's get back to the car for a second. You've got the Camry,
this is better
number one seller car in America. You've got the Accord.
Yep.
And so you really have to bring it game on. And I think what Chrysler did is they didn't use a bullet, they used a shotgun, right? So the car starts at 22,000, give or take, and goes all the way up to, well, this one's 34, but you had all-wheel drive.
I think you could just under 40 for everything.
So they've created a car that, is an entry-level car all the way up to, like you just said, a baby Lexus. And they're going for value, and at the same time, they're going for luxury. That's a hard strategy to follow because you're trying to be a lot of things to a lot of people.
True, but I can tell you right now, without batting an eyelash, that this is a better car driving-wise than the Camry. It's quieter, it's smoother, it feels more alive, it's a little bit more enjoyable to drive, and it's got a hell of a lot nicer looking interior. And it's right up there, I think, with the front-wheel drive Accord V6.
Yeah, and there are 2 engines available. We're, of course, in the Pentastar. There's also, I love the name of this thing, the Tiger Shark Multi-Air. It's like an underwater car.
yeah. They have cool names for their engines. I love it.
Now, I have it on good authority that Nathan just loves horses. This was his dream trip, in fact.
That's right, they're awesome, awesome animals. So folks, what about this vehicle? What do we give it on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it?
We give it a we don't know because we've only driven it for about 2 hours, and that's not fair to you, and that's not fair to Chrysler. And no, he doesn't like horses. They don't have motors. Engines.
That's correct. So we're gonna get this baby up to Colorado, and we're gonna drive every version we can get our paws on.
As always, this is Roman
And Nathan.
saying thanks for watching, and see you next time
On the Fast Lane Car. And don't forget to subscribe and
go to tflcar.com for more news, views,
and reviews.
and horses. Nathan, I can't believe it. We've got 5 of the best-selling mid-size sedans in North America right behind us. Chrysler flew us out here to test drive the new Chrysler 200. But what other vehicles do they provide?
Well, we have a few. We have the Honda Accord, the Toyota Camry, the Ford Fusion, and the Nissan Altima. All of them are very competitive in this class.
And we're going to mash them up together because some have the 4-cylinder and some have the 6-cylinder. So this is a proper TFL mashup, and that is coming up
On the Fast Lane Car.